was done. Bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free. It's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute. But here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy Daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.
Good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Man, what a busy night I've had. Oh my, oh my. Tug Raider here. Well, welcome, Tug Raiders. Welcome. No, that's one that I put at the end of the streams. I just rotated it around. Thank you very much, though, Lady Tammy. Good to see you. Oh, and speaking of new songs, oh my gosh, Monday is going to be a blast. You have no idea. So somebody said the other night, which I hadn't noticed, that I hit 7,000 subs. Thank you guys so much. You've been so supportive over here. And in celebration of that, it's going to be a beautiful Monday. Normally I would be working, but because it's MLK Day, the presidential inauguration, and I've got the 7,000 subs. So what I'm going to do is on Monday, I'll have my regular morning stream, which will be just, regular news and sort of kicking back. And then of course, after that, I'll be covering the inauguration. I'm going to be going over some of the Trump Day. I'll be going over a lot of the confirmation hearings that were happening throughout the past week with Bondi and Hedgeseth, those confirmation hearings, because I think I haven't seen them, and everyone tells me that they're worth a watch. So I'll probably be watching those as the inauguration day is happening. See if everything's a peaceful transfer, like they keep telling us. Oh, it's going to be a peaceful transfer. So we'll see. And then of course, I'll also be in the midst of all of that. Hopefully, I'll be creating some new songs for you guys. I'm thinking 7 new songs. So that's what I'm going to be working and getting all of those up and get them like up and happening. I've got a couple of them that I need to go back and rewrite, just because there was issues with them whenever I wrote them in the first place. So I'm going to be rewriting some of the lyrics and putting a little bit better music to them. So stay tuned for those. That'll be happening. Man, my hair is all like funky looking and stuff. It's because I was wearing my helmet earlier, and I got a helmet head and all that kind of crap. That's what it is. Hey, how's it going, Jet Thunder, the Lightning Mod? Good to see you. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Well, you know what, Jet Thunder, you get one of these beautiful, beautiful stickers right here. I do. I'm hoping that this thing will keep bedazzled. And if we end up with any more silly filings from Bubbles, we'll be reading those, of course. And if we get any more filings from Shock It, we'll be reading those. And tonight, thank you. I've been meaning to go get my hair cut, but it's just been so hectic with actual work. You know, I do have a real job. Amazing, isn't it? It's been so hectic with work that I haven't had a chance to go and get my hair cut. So now it's starting to get all long and scraggly. I gotta, it's getting outrageous. I'm gonna have to go get this stuff chopped off again. Tried to send me a written message to me. Awesome. Well, I mean, my email address is shizzywiznut@gmail.com, so that should be pretty easy. Yeah, I mean, I'll check and see if it went into my junk folder. Sometimes I get a lot of emails that go into the junk folders, but yeah, most definitely. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jen. Your sister passed away last night. I was wondering if I could post the link for her girlfriend here. Yeah, I mean, I don't normally do that. I'm sorry to hear for the loss. I mean, I try to avoid stuff like that. It can send out a really bad message to people. So I'm really sorry for your loss. But no, I generally don't do that. But if one of the mods sees it up there, they'll be happy to do it. Winning the what? 2 hours from Salisbury to okay, I'm confused. Anyhow, so was it yesterday? God, yeah, time just flies. So yesterday I saw that the judge had filed an order, and I knew that my evening was going to be busy, and I was going to be going over on with the expert and hanging out over there. So I didn't see the new filing that came in until, oh geez, it was much later. And I was like, well, great. The judge actually filed another order. So I've pulled it up. I haven't seen what all's in it. I know some of what's in it. But I was reading some of it this evening, and that's one of the reasons why I sort of held off and was like, I want to read through this thing through and see if I can find a little bit more information on it. Now, unlike some of these other channels, you'll see I will actually read through a good majority of it. I won't read through it in its entirety, but I think you'll get the gist of what I'm reading. And it looks like, there's some people that have some other issues. Oh wow, awesome! The new Otter Creek store trading post, Pepper went in there to see if she could sell the donated Christmas toys on consignment. That's screwy. Why would anybody do that? That's so weird. Yeah, I try to. Oh, it's a GoFundMe. So GoFundMe. If you send it, yeah, I try to avoid the GoFundMes and stuff like that. I mean, it just because if I have a hard time doing the support streams like that. Just because if I don't know the situation, I generally won't post those. I mean, it would have to be something that I would know and something that I would support, because that can come back on my channel and look bad if there's somebody that's running a scam. Not saying that you are, but I've tried to avoid getting in those situations of having those posted up on my channel, unless it's something that I'm personally supporting. But yeah, I try to avoid those. Sorry but I did have to stop doing those because those can be a little bit concerning. There's too many scams running out of there, and that's something I'll probably be covering a little bit tonight also after I get done reading over this motion, just sort of pointing out how some of these scams can work, and not saying that yours is. And I do understand that, I'm sorry for the loss, but I just don't post those things up on my channel. I did at one point in time, but for legal reasons, I stopped posting those up there. So I hope you understand. It's one of those rules I sort of put into my channel. So sorry. Yeah, she got told no. Was not surprised she did that. Yeah, would be more surprised if she didn't. But definitely my condolences. Digistorm is correct there. My condolences also. That is a big loss. So let me bring up this here thing. And of course, we're going to be bouncing through a couple of different documents tonight. So just pay attention. So this one here was the last filing that the judge placed in order, which was this matter before the court. A plaintiff's amended motion for leave to file amended complaint, which is 47. Defendants have responded in opposition, which was document 51. No hearing is necessary, and for the reasons below, the motion will be denied. That complaint, Brett Stick Money. Thank you, Lisa Gibbs. I appreciate you so much. That is so kind of you. Let me get you that wonderful star. We're bedazzling this helmet. It's gonna be sparkling by the time it's all said and done. Right there, top of my head. Look at that. This thing's getting all shiny. It's gonna be as beautiful as Rosalind Dukes. I actually spoke with Rosalind the other day. She's doing well. So the litigation began on March 4th, 2024. Plaintiff filed a complaint against two people, Lynette Preston, John Cook. In that 16-page complaint, plaintiff alleges the defendants Preston and Cook committed defamation, violated Florida's Civil RICO Act, and tortiously interfered with business relationships. Defendants moved to dismiss the RICO and tortious interference claims. Before the court could rule on that motion to dismiss, plaintiff moved for file to leave an amended complaint. And before the court could rule on that motion for leave, plaintiff filed an amended motion for leave to amend along with new proposed amended complaint. Now, whenever there's lots of motions filed like this, you're running on deadlines. So whenever he's putting this in there, it's just basically these are facts of the case. These are this is the background. This is what happened. This is the order in which things happened. Doesn't mean anything about he was doing anything bad or anything improper. You'll see that there will be filings by the defendants here because they moved to dismiss. He's just stating these are the things. This is the order in which things happen. In that motion, plaintiff has sought leave to file a 62-page amended complaint that would add numerous new claims and join 6 new defendants. Defendants Preston and Cook have responded in opposition. They have argued that the motion should be denied on the grounds of undue prejudice, undue delay, and futility. And those were docs 15 and 14, which, they're welcome to do that. 15A, the discussion 15A of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure governs a pretrial amendments to the complaint. The 21 deadline, which was part of the judge's initial order for amending the complaint without court approval, has come and gone, but they had already filed. That 21. They were within there. Which was allowing amendment without court approval if filed no later than 21 days after the service of the file and the response. Plaintiff therefore may amend his complaint only with the opposing party's written consent or the court's leave. So he would have had to get approval from Bruce to amend those people, which of course Bruce wouldn't have allowed that, or the court's leave would have had to come in play, which it As you'll see, it doesn't. Because defendants have not consented, plaintiff requires the court's leave. The court should freely give leave when justice so requires, but leave to amend is not an automatic right. Instead, the decision whether to grant leave to amend a complaint is within the sole discretion of the district court, which would be the judge or any other judge that was there. In exercise of its discretion, the district court may deny leave to amend on the grounds of undue delay, bad faith, dilatory motive on the part of the movement, undue prejudice to the opposing party by virtue of the amendment, and futility of the amendment. So the question before the court today is whether any of those grounds for denying leave to amend are implicated by the plaintiff's proposed amended complaint. And the judge believes the answer is yes. And the grounds are undue prejudice, undue delay. So this is telling you where the judge is already going right here in this pleading. Of the potential grounds on which leave can be denied, perhaps the most important factor and the most frequent reason for denying leave to amend is that the opposing party will be prejudiced if the movement is permitted to alter his pleading. And courts typically find undue prejudice when the amendment unfairly affects the defendants in terms of preparing their defense for the amendment. So it means that they don't have enough time to prepare, or it's going to be extra costly for them to do these kinds of things. In the proposed amended complaint, plaintiff seeks to add claims against the 6 new individuals. One of those individuals is Bubbles, the attorney of record for this case on defendants Preston and Cook. The proposed amended complaint seeks to bring claims of tortious interference with business relationships, civil conspiracy, and aiding and abetting against Bubbles. Now, of course, we know that Bubbles is licensed in Massachusetts, and therefore he's subject to the Massachusetts rules of professional conduct. And it says, although Mr. Manskin is not licensed in Florida, the local rules require him, as an attorney admitted to appear pro hoc vice, to comply with the rules of professional conduct promulgated by the Florida Bar. Those rules similarly prohibit an attorney from serving as both advocate and witness. So one of the biggest things that was brought into this was the concern. A lot of people were thinking, well, he'll be taken off of this case if he is, and it ends up being a witness in this case also, which could lead to problems. Frankie 3131 became a YouTube member. Oh, yes. The members. Thank you so much. Very, very much, Frankie. You're welcome here, as are all. This is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. We've got all kinds of fun stuff that we do. Right there on the edge of the helmet there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This right here is sort of the crux of it, which that's why under this particular act that they were hoping to have Bubbles either one removed, which would have, of course, been a big problem for not only him presenting this case, but it also would have been a big problem in being a witness in the case, because it would confuse the jury. Sorry, you're late. Scams are terrible. Yeah, we'll get into those. Bubbles keeps piling on more and more LP and JC, the best lawyer Jeremy could ask for. Absolutely. That's right, Digistorm. Very much so. All of this to say that Bubbles wouldn't be able to continue representing defendants Preston and Cook if he were joined as a co-defendant. That is so because Mr. Manskin were joined as co-defendant. Then it is inevitable that he would be called as a witness at trial, the same trial where he would be representing Preston Cook. At such a trial, Mr. Manskin would be placed in the untenable position of attempting to look out for his own personal interests, which more than likely he would throw them under the bus in a damn heartbeat. Of attempting to look out for his own personal interests while simultaneously attempting to look out for the interests of the defendants Preston and Cook. Additionally, there's a serious risk that the jury may be confused where Mr. Manskin were to appear at the trial as an attorney, a witness, and a party. Because such conflict and confusion is precisely what the rules of professional conduct seek to avoid, Mr. Manskin would be required to withdraw or be disqualified by the court. And if we go down here to 3, although in certain situations courts have permitted an attorney to serve as both advocate and witness, there is no way the court would permit Mr. Manskin to represent defendants President Cook at a trial in this case while simultaneously attempting to represent his own interests as a witness and named defendant. The risks are way too great and the potential pitfalls are way too numerous. That's sort of the judge's way of saying he's a complete idiot. And he would probably flub that one up too. I wanted a sticker on your helmet, and I truly enjoy your channel. Well, thank you, Frankie. Well, guess what? You get another sticker on the channel, and I do appreciate the support. It really makes this channel go smooth. I've been very blessed with having the most wonderful chat right there. That one's for you right there. New sticker for you right there. This thing's gonna be glorious by the time it's all done. Most likely in a short period. No, I appreciate every single one of you. It is glorious to be able to do these kind of things. He's so bad. Suzanne, sticker me, daddy. Where would you like that sticker, young lady? All right, we'll get you a sticker. We got a pretty blue one here for you. A little pretty blue one. Let's see. We will put this one. We'll put this one right there. Well, and I've got to start working on the other side and get this. I'm going to look like Wonder Woman or something. Oh, it's so weird. Thank you so much, Suzanne. You're a doll. I appreciate you. I do believe that Jeremy Hales will go after the 6 that was not added. Oh God, yeah. I mean, yeah. That just because they're removed off this case doesn't mean that they're removed from Jeremy having his sights on them to stop the kind of crap that's been going on. And as much as I'd like to say I wouldn't do it because, well, that's not my wheelhouse. I'm not an attorney. Of course, it's interesting to me that they would that Jeremy would go after him, but you also have to understand that Jeremy has been dealing with this shit for quite some time. It's not like it just happened yesterday. This has been ongoing. They've been constantly prying and prodding and trying to bring him down. Their excuse for saying is, oh, we're just calling out Jeremy's lies without ever showing you what those lies are. That becomes a big problem. They will use any means that they can to promulgate this kind of attitude. And I understand why he kicks back real hard. He kicks back like a mule. Ooh, court documents. Well, hello, brother. If you want to, I'll drop you a little invite. You're welcome to come by if you want to. It's a very, very chill evening tonight. I'm just having a few drinks, reading over these filings. Yes, it is the weekend, so I drink on the weekends. I'm not breaking my oath. But yeah, I'm just reading over these court documents, sort of explaining a little bit what's going on with it, and then I will have another video coming up a little bit later after this. It's not a music video, so don't get all excited. Certainly losing counsel and having to defend themselves pro se against the allegations in this case would unfairly affect the defendants in terms of preparing the defense. It would also further complicate the case because litigation involving pro se litigants is notoriously more problematic than litigation with counsel litigants. And even if defendants Preston Cook were able to find replacement counsel, there would be significant delay in this litigation because they would first need to find and retain new counsel. The new counsel would then need time to get up to speed. well, if you wanted to get up to speed, you could probably just hang out at Turd Purgatory. Speaking of delay, granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly delay the resolution of this case. Yeah. Damn it. Prejudice to the non-moving party is not the only factor in courts consider when determining whether to allow to leave to amend. Here in the plaintiff's 16-page complaint is a relatively straightforward one that names 2 defendants and brings 6 counts, 3 per defendant. Plaintiff's 62-page proposed amending complaint, on the other hand, is convoluted and seeks to add 6 new defendants and many more counts. Granting plaintiff leave to file the amended complaint would greatly and unnecessarily expand the scope and complexity of this lawsuit. But this lawsuit is already complex. I mean, I understand where the judge is coming from, but I will say that it's already complex. And so in doing so, that it does, I think, put these people on a big warning. Now, will they heed that warning? I don't know. I mean, I would think that if somebody was adding me to a lawsuit and knowing that Jeremy is going, I will come after you if you continue doing these kinds of things, that you might want to back off and move on with your life. That would be my suggestion. Just, like count your chickens lucky and say, hey, lucky chickens in the basket. I'm going to, I'm skedaddling. I'm done with this. That would be my suggestion instead of going, allowing it to continue on. But some people are stubborn and continue on, as we've seen. Expand the scope and complexity of this lawsuit. This proposed expansion would cause substantial delays in the deposition of a case that is nearly a year old. Yeah, it'll be coming up on a year. Allowing the plaintiff to amend his complaint may unduly prejudice a defendant if an amendment would delay the litigation or expand the allegations beyond the scope of the initial complaint. There are several ways in which granting plaintiff leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly delay this lawsuit. First, the 6 new defendants need to be served with the amended complaint. Potential service issues could arise, which would delay the case's progression. Even if plaintiff perfected service without issue, each new defendant would have at least 3 weeks, assuming no extensions from their respective dates of service, to respond. For any new defendants who waived service under the Rule 4D, the response deadline would be 2 months from the date the waiver was sent. So adding new people would just end. This judge, as you can tell, he does not like delay. He likes pushing forward. He's saying, nope, we're moving this thing forward. I'm done with these foolishness. I am not going to play. Hey, everyone. Tug is reading Super Chats. Came over before the raid. Well, welcome. Welcome. You are always welcome here. Tug's good people. Tug, give that man lots of kudos. Second, each of these 6 new defendants would likely engage in a motions practice. Plaintiff would then have 2 weeks to respond to each respective motion. Now, I was thinking that the judge, having this trial set out for a certain date, had already sort of figured these kinds of things in, but apparently not. Because I think he probably would have gone a different route had Jeremy added these folks in at the very beginning. So I would say if Jeremy's coming after these folks, he'll probably have each one of them listed in there right from the get-go. That could be a thing. Super sticker, Cynthia Miller. Thank you so much. We'll get you that wonderful super sticker. Hell, y'all. We got you covered. In all kinds of baby oil. And just kidding. I'm not that bad. Thank you so much. I'm going to start on the other side over here. Let's get a nice little roll on that one there. There we go, right there. Nice little sticker right there on the other side. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for the super sticker. Tug, got you cracking up tonight? Well, yeah, Tug has everybody cracking up. That man's funny as all get out. He's good people. Plaintiff would have 2 weeks to respond to each motion, blah, blah, blah. Therefore, it's likely that additional motion practice from the 6 new defendants would substantially delay the final disposition of this case. Lastly, joining 6 new defendants, adding a multitude of new claims would negatively impact the discovery process. Process that has been ongoing for several months. The 6 new defendants would need to conduct their own discovery. The plaintiff would also likely seek to obtain discovery from each of the 6 new defendants. It's also possible, indeed likely, given the history of the case, that discovery issues would lead to filing of motions to compel, which we've seen that happen already. Like tons of filings. Like there's lots of filings that are coming out. It is also possible that given the likely of the history of the case, discovery issues would lead to filing motions to compel. The court would then need time to rule on each motion, which adds further delay to the progression of the case. It is also likely, because I really think that this is doing Jeremy a very big favor. As much as people say, oh my gosh, I can't believe the 2 leads didn't get added. I think this is doing Jeremy a big favor. It may not seem like it, but oh my God, if this judge is moving things along like this, and oh man, because we've got, what is it, the 18th, so 21st. Yeah, by Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, somebody's going to have to be doing a nice little what do they call that? A deposition. That'll be interesting. Being deposed. So somebody had asked, so what happens if you're deposed and you don't show up? Well, you can be held in contempt. You can be fined. You can go to jail. Yeah. Or all of the above. Spank that like button. Spank that. Good to see you, Lisa Gibbs. So that as much as they're like, oh, I can't wait to get in there, it sounds to me like they're scared shitless of it. For example, not sure where the depots will take place for them. I assume Zoom. I would assume that would take place via Zoom, which is, if you've never done a depot, they're not enjoyable. They're not meant to be enjoyable. I got you, Suzanne. Get you a new sticker here. As far as I know, those depots, more than likely, because all of the prior depots, except for the one where they were being difficult, where it was Jeremy and Bruce were going back and forth. There we go, right there. A new sticker for you right there. Right there. Thank you so much, Suzanne. No, that's those depots. I mean, I would assume they're Zoom, unless they start pulling some shenanigans and he has to be called in to mediate this crap, and he's not going to be happy about that. And if that's the case, then he's gonna tell them that they have to be. So here's the thing. I really don't think that the Kankle twin wants to be a real butt. As much as she likes to talk a big game about all that she's going to do and the things that she's going to call out, I don't think she's going to be able to. Because, well, it would be a really bad idea. Let's put it that way. It's going to be a really bad idea, because that judge, if he doesn't like what he's seen, you know what he's going to do? Oh, buddy. What's cold dropped? I don't know. Cold drop steel, I guess. What would happen is the judge, would say, okay, guess what? Counsel in my chambers. Oh, that's right. You're in another state. Well, guess what? I'm calling a continuation of this deposition. It's going to happen right here in my chambers. It's going to happen right here at the courthouse, no different than it did with Jeremy, because apparently they can't get control of the person being deposed, and they can't get control of the attorneys. And you're going to have to do this right here in my courtroom. So, I mean, if I were shock it and they start being really difficult right off the bat, I would get the judge involved almost immediately. I wouldn't let it go on. So that way the entire deposition could be done right there in front of the judge. Like I wouldn't play. I would just be like, yeah, that's improper. You know, being a smart ass doesn't get you anywhere. Kinkles was just bragging about dodging service. Huh. Well, I don't know because I don't pay any attention to them. It wouldn't surprise me if they brag about dodging service. But see, you have to understand that in doing so, they just admitted that they're dodging service, which if they're admitting to dodging service, well, that right there could put them in contempt of court, especially if you can prove it to a judge. If you think that that judge isn't paying attention to what's going on, ooh, that would be interesting. Hey, how's it going, Farrell? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tug Raid, welcome, Tug Raiders. Welcome. It's going to be interesting. I hope Dan Davis is doing okay. I really hope Dan Davis is doing okay also. I do. That's a pretty rough situation to be in. For example, plaintiff has already been deposed by defendants Preston Cook, but the 6 new defendants would likely seek to depose plaintiff again for their own discovery purposes, which means that Jeremy would have to go through more deposition. And the judge recognizes that and would more than likely, not be too happy because that's another delay. It is inevitable that permitting the amended complaint would substantially lengthen the discovery period, require modification of the dispositive motions deadline, necessitate a new trial date, and ultimately delay the resolution in this manner. Now, at the end of the day, the court is convinced that granting plaintiff the leave to file the proposed amended complaint would unduly prejudice defendants Preston Cole. The court is convinced that granting leave would significantly expand, complicate, delay the ultimate resolution of this case. Only this case, no other case. Welcome, Tug Raiders. Tug is a gentleman and a scholar, well loved by everyone that knows him. Thank you very much. Tug. You're good people. Also complicate, delay the ultimate resolution of this case, and of course, because the interest of justice would not be served by granting plaintiff to leave the proposed amended complaint, the court will exercise its discretion and deny plaintiff's motion. And the conclusion to all of this is, for the reasons above, it is ordered that the plaintiff's motion to leave to file amended complaint, which was document 40, is denied as moot. So basically saying, yeah, it's going to be like you never even filed it. Plaintiff's amended motion for leave to file amended complaint is denied. And this case will proceed on the original complaint, which is document 1. It is so ordered this 17th day of January 2025. Now, if the judge is ruling this quickly as to this, is I'm not adding any other people onto it because it would cause undue burden. Hope Shizzy reads the footnote. Oh, trust me, I'm getting to that. Just you wait. I'm getting to the Tug says hi. Well, thank you, Tug. Tug is a good person. Thank you, Tug. Thank you. And hi, brother. Let me go ahead and do something real quick here because I am hoping I am hoping that this right here it sheds a little bit of light on this. That's the biggest thing right there. Tug says hi. Hope Tug is doing well. He's been a very, 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 very busy person. I know he's got a lot going on with doing this, and he is a machine. He's the man, the myth, the legend. He is the Tug. He's so awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you, Tug Raiders. Welcome. I'll let you guys cycle in here for a little bit. Cycle on in. Come on in. Welcome. I'll let everybody just give a little bit of love there. How many stars will go on the helmet if Shizzy forgets the footnote? Well, there is a special spot on this helmet. There's only what is it? One, two, three, four. There's four special spots on this helmet, and it got knocked down to three special spots on this helmet. And I'll point it out. I'll point it out. So you'll see these little rivets right here. Those little rivets on there that hold the straps in place. Now one already got put on there. Someone got really lucky, got one already put on there. But each one of those little rivets right there, if $100 super chat comes through, that's where that star goes there. I don't expect you guys to do $100 super chat. I'm saying that whenever one comes in, those are reserved especially for the $100 super chats. So we keep those there. Doug Raid, because I don't expect them to be filled up. We're going to leave those as they're already shiny and sparkly as it is. No, she's already approved for the court to film. Yeah, that's right. After Jeremy wins out against Elemental P and JC, where will the Fleas get a lawyer stupid enough to take the case after they see all that they would be up against? I mean, money's money. An attorney will be happy to take on a case. Money is money, and we know that they've got plenty rolling in, at least according to them. Hey, thank you, CJ. Tug, Raid, Angela Klein. Thank you so much, dog. Got a $5 super chat from Angela Klein, kicking it off as all the new raiders are coming in. Thank you so very much, Angela. Absolute doll. Thank you. You get some virgin territory right there. See, what's going to happen is it's going to start all piling up on top of one another, and there will be no virgin material left on this helmet. It'll be all just on top of one another. We're going to see how big this helmet can get. Back in the day, whenever I was touring, we started a tape ball. So every single show that we were setting up at for the back line, you would have a strip of tape that would be telling you what concert it was going to, what venue it was going to be for. I was working backline for a company, so we would write on there what show it was for. It could have been for like Green Day or Beyonce or any other show that it was going to, and so we'd put this strip of tape on there. Now, whenever we get those things coming back into our storage facility, we'd pull that tape off. Instead of throwing it away, one of the guys took one and he rolled it up in a ball, and he kept adding to it. We got that ball about yay big. It was about the size of a large watermelon, and I think it was at about the size of a smaller basketball, not quite a basketball, but like a smaller basketball. He had put a plastic sword in it, and then we continued to tape around the whole thing, and it ended up that thing I think weighed about, I don't know, I'd say about 80 pounds by the time we were done with it, and then someone threw it away. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, Joel Shizzy Wiznut Bottom Evening from the top of our helmet. I've got you, brother. I got you right there at the top of the helmet. And if you want the very top, it is not going to get you. It's not going to, because I've already got one on the very top. But I've got one right here at the very top, right there for you, right there. Thank you so much, brother. Over from Tug, love my humor, my wit, and the helmet. Your amazing language skills are so enjoyable. Well, thank you so much, Victoria Whitfield. I can't take all the credit. I have lots of fun. There we go. That one's for you right there. Thank you so much. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. It's supposed to be fun. We try to keep it fun over here and keep it lighthearted. And it drives them absolutely nuts whenever they see we're having fun. It's like, because why would anybody be having fun talking about court documents? Oh my God, those are so boring. But we try to keep it entertaining for you. Okay, here we go. There is a pending motion to dismiss filed by the defendants regarding counts 3, 4, 5, and 6 of the complaint which is document 17. There's also a pending motion for summary judgment filed by the defendants regards count 1 and 2 of the complaint. Okay. Now, the judge says, for planning purposes, the parties are advised that the court is drafting a separate order, which means you'll see another separate order that's going to be coming out, that will grant the motion to dismiss with respect to counts 3 and 4, the RICO counts. So you can already see that 3 and 4 are going to go away, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we've got the original piece right here. Let me hide that real quick because there's some very nasty stuff that is being said in here, and I don't want to pull that up. I don't think that's appropriate to be showing. So give me just a second. So there's a pending motion summary counts 1 and 2. So the pending motions for 1 and 2 are almost identical, and we'll read through those real quick. It is count 1, defamation, and count 1 and 2 are identical. So what is that? Hey, where's Knock It Offler's 24 stars? The star, I see it. It's there. I don't know. Did I miss one? I don't think I missed one. It's only 3:52 a.m. there. Oh my gosh. Where's it? Where's Knock It Offler's star? I see it. Thank you so much. You're awesome. But if he did post, I'll be reading down through the super chat. So if I missed any at the end of the stream, I will be going down through reading off the super chats that I might have missed. Thank you so much. That one right there is for you. And then I've got another one from Good Morning Shizzy. It's only 3:52, which means it is, let's see, 3:52. That's for a $5 right there. Thank you so much. That one right there. And good afternoon from hot South Australia. That is right. It is summer in Australia, and some like it hot, and some like it like hot Australian chicks. I'm just saying. Good to see you, Emma. That one is for you right there, Emma. Appreciate you so much. I had a friend that was from Australia that I haven't talked to in a while. I actually have something I need to send to her. You'll appreciate it whenever she gets it. It's gonna be awesome. Hey there, Georgie. How's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you. So in this, it says Hales incorporates paragraphs 1 through 40. So skip over that. Action for damages against Preston that exceeds $75,000 for defamation per se. Preston's orally and written published false statements about the Hales to third parties. False statements were calculated to defame or diminish the reputation of the Hales in his immediate community and within his capacity. And the false statements were made with the knowledge or their falsity or with reckless disregard to their veracity. The false statements impute the plaintiff's behavior or characteristics that are incompatible with the proper conduct of his business, his profession, and office. False statements also impute plaintiff to the commission of a crime. As a result of the defamatory publications, Hales has suffered great damages. Now, if you find that interesting, just notice that it's the same exact thing for Cook. So that's why we're only going to read one of the two complaints on this. Now, the judge says here that regarding count 1 and 2 of the complaint, for planning purposes, the parties are advised, of course, drafting a separate order that will grant the motion to dismiss with respect to counts 3 and 4. Those are the RICO counts. So 3 and 4, as we get to those, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So count 4, which is the same one as for Preston. Hales incorporates this. The action for damages against Cook that exceeds $75,000 in 2 distinct instances, separate in time. Cook extorts Hales, and within the meaning of Florida Statute 836.05, Cook's acts constitute violation of Florida statute, which prohibits any person from using written communication to maliciously threaten injury to the property of another with intent to extort money or any pecuniary advantage whatsoever, or with the intent to compel the person so threatened or any other person to do any act or refrain from doing any act against his or her will. Oh my gosh, I shall. Let me look backstage right here. I'm gonna get all nasty. I kept looking back there and I kept missing it, but I'm just an idiot. Thank you very much for slapping me really hard. Yep, slap me.
That's one way to get your attention.
I just glance over at the chat and there it is. I was like, oh crap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, not see, I don't know if they stopped the ding or whatever. It used to give like a little message that somebody was joining in.
Right.
It didn't do that.
Who knows? I mean,
No.
look at what happened with Expert. I mean,
I know. He was kicking himself for that.
He still kicks himself over that. You kidding me?
I know. I'm just like, and that would have been such a perfect night too. It would have been, because we were having such a blast that night, and having Tug come by, it would have just been awesome. I love it though, that he's just like, he sent me a message just like, I
know, because I looked at that and I was like, that came from Tug.
Because just so you know, I was there.
I was like, looking at that angle, that's from Tug.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah, I was like, and of course I did have to rub Expert's nose.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
what do you think I did?
That's why I sent it to you.
I know. I was like, oh, you screwed up so bad.
Yeah. Because I knew that you would just drop the knife in a little farther on him.
Just you got to turn it. You got to turn it just right.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
So are you ready for tomorrow?
Of course I'm ready for tomorrow.
Tomorrow is going to be
pumped up for tomorrow.
And then Monday, you got to come by on Monday.
Of course.
Yeah. So I think the way that I'm going to do Monday is I'm going to have my regular morning stream, and then I'm going to take a little bit of a break before I start streaming the inauguration portion of it.
Smart.
Get some breakfast, that kind of thing, because it's going to be a long day, and I've got the day off.
Same.
Oh yeah.
Same.
Yeah. And I figure there'll be people jumping in, jumping out. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
It'll be great.
It's going to be a lot.
And then I'm going to be making some music, watching the hedge seths and bondies. I haven't seen those yet. I honestly haven't.
Oh, you haven't seen them?
No, and I hear they're fire. So that makes it even much more fun, because
especially him. Especially his.
God. I've seen like little clips, and I've shown clips of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing. It's just going to be fire. MLK Monday. MLK Holiday Monday.
Yep.
Thank you. Jeez. Yeah. So what we're looking at is we're looking over the original pleading, and of course what the judge has said, and he's basically denied adding any sort of extra parties to this.
Well,
the judge is saying he wants to move this thing along. It's going to take too long.
One thing I've noticed in each one of his decisions, whether it's been for the plaintiff, against the plaintiff, for the defendant, against the defendant, every single one of his rulings has been about time.
Yes.
He does not want to drag this out.
Nope.
So I totally understand why he made the ruling that he did.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Now, once I read it, in this context, I was like, oh, this judge's pretty straightforward. I mean,
yeah, he is.
And what yeah, once I read it, I was like, oh crap, because I have read this already.
Yeah.
And that's why I was sort of going back and reading some of the stuff that he was talking about. I was like, what is he saying that these documents are pointing back to? Which ones is he going to keep in?
Right.
He's been pretty sorry, this judge has just been a solid judge.
Yeah, and there's nothing to say that the people they were wanting to add to the suit, that they don't get pulled in as witnesses.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. That doesn't say anything about that whatsoever. If they're on the witness
Right.
list, if they've already got depositions out there.
Yep.
Like, and here's the thing, if they try dodging a subpoena and they are willingly do it, you realize that will get them thrown in jail.
Yeah.
That's called contempt of court.
Yes.
And especially if they're doing it intentionally. Oh, that right there. Oh yeah, let a judge find out you're pulling that shit.
Yeah. They're not too happy about that.
Well, they don't understand how a process server works. Okay.
Yeah.
So a process server they're under oath. They're assigned by the court. Okay. They are given leave by the court. They are acting in behalf of the court under their behest. And it's not like the sheriff is going to be showing up. You'll have a process server come showing up.
Right.
And now, whereas a sheriff won't always take note of things, a process server will say, I was there. Their vehicle was there. They didn't answer the door. I know that they were inside because I could hear them moving about. And he will file that with the court. Whenever he files that with the court, that judge will go, oh, so they're avoiding process. Well, we're going to consider them being served.
Yep.
And then they get held in contempt. Oh my, the spanking that they would get. And they just have no idea. Yeah. Of course, haven't they been saying, I'm not scared, Jeremy. Let me say what I got to say to him. I'll tell him all about it. I'll wear him out. I got him beat. Or it's more like this.
I got him beat. I'll take care of him. You just wait. You'll see exactly what I'm going to do to him.
Sorry, was that close?
See, you keep trying to do my Cartman impression, just doesn't go over.
No. Yeah, the processor did what's called a cold drop. Yeah, tacked it on their door.
Yep.
Yeah.
You've been served, whether you like it or not.
Yep. It's a depot on the 24th. Oh yeah. Oh, she refused to get served yesterday, and they drop served her. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's not going to be good. That's not good for them.
So that's what, Friday?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 24th Friday?
No. Because let's see, is it Friday?
Yes. The 20th is Monday.
Oh shit. She's got depot on Friday, but I thought she was all anxious about this. Like, I'll come in there and I'll tell the judge and the court, and everybody's going to know exactly all the lies he's been telling. Wasn't she bragging that to her chat?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, that's what I thought. I mean, that's what I heard. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, geez. It sounds, yeah, the voice is sort of like a got a fish hook. They got like snagged somewhere, like on a largemouth bass. Oh, sorry. Like it's trying to inhale food.
Jesus.
What was that? There was a comedian that had a joke about that. It's like, when he's a fat guy. He goes, I'm fat. He goes, but I'm not bee fat. He goes, because bee fat is where everything that you say is like a bee, like in bacon, your ovens. I went down and I got a big breakfast burger with beans and bacon. It's like, that's beef fat.
Oh, man,
That's what
I
he
heard
called it.
that one.
You never heard beef fat? Oh my
No.
gosh. Oh God, what is that comedian's name? He is so hilarious. He was like, "Now I'm fat. Let me tell you, there's fat and there's beef fat.
Beef fat.
Beef fat is whenever everything you say is, you're so big that everything's a B at the end of it. Like because your jowls are slopping around. It's like, you got your bacon, burger. Let me get some buns with that. Maybe throw an extra bit of brisket." I was like, wow, that's so bad. Okay, Matt, did you see the full DJ Radish put out the other day of those to be depoted? No, I haven't. I'll have to check it out. There's a lot of stuff I don't see. Because I just don't have time.
Do they make this public record? The witness
What?
list?
The witness list?
Yeah.
I'll have to look. See, you have to understand that I didn't start following this until a little bit later on.
Yeah.
So I don't think they've made it public record,
Okay.
but they may have. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
Could be.
I
don't know.
I just been reading what you've been putting in front of me.
I mean, you also have to understand that I was late into this game. You know, I didn't start covering this until Bruce. Sorry, that's so bad. When Bruce came knocking on my door, should I say bubbles? Get one's for you right there. Thank you so much. Gotcha. And can't wait for the hater depot. I can't wait to try to read that.
So now was the chat giving you a hard time saying you wouldn't read the footnote?
Were they? They did, didn't they?
I believe so.
I see how they are. Hating on me. I wouldn't read the footnote. I'm not only read the footnote, I'm going back and showing you what it says. Jeez Louise. Will grant the motion to disrespect to counts 3 and 4. All right. So it will grant the motion to dismiss on the counts 3 and 4 of the RICO counts, which makes sense. I mean, if you think about it,
It's hard to prove RICO. I wasn't even sure why that was in there anyway.
I mean,
I get it. Lawyers try to throw everything that they possibly can into there.
Well,
knowing it'll probably get dismissed.
Yeah.
But
and
that is a stretch.
Let's see, that's Preston. That's defamation count 1, 2, and then it's what was it, 3 and 4?
Yeah.
So count 3 is basically extorts Hales with the meaning of Florida statutes, constitutes a violation of Florida statute. Is that 3? Yeah, that's count 3. So 3 and 4, which are the RICO counts, which prohibits any person from using a written communication to maliciously threaten injury to the property of another with intent to extort money or any pecuniary advantage. So yeah, this one was dropped. But yeah, this one was dropped and 4 was dropped. And then, but will deny it with respects to count 5 and 6. All right. So count 5, which is tortious interference with advantageous business relationships.
Okay.
Yeah. That one right there is saying Hales maintains valid enforceable contracts, business relationships with the customer. Preston is knowledgeable of the contractual business relationship between Hales and his customers. Yeah, that's provable. Despite knowledge of the customers of contractual and business relationship with Hale, Preston intentionally and without valid justification interferes with such relationship, which I see now why the judge would take out the RICO portion of it.
Right.
Why he took these out, because it's basically, it's like, it's pretty hard to prove that they were trying to extort money. Now, if he had paid them, that would be a different story than he.
Yeah, because it was my understanding that he just he just said, no, I'm not going to give you money.
Thanks, Max. Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah. I mean, that it still can be provable, but it's sort of weak at most, you know.
How are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove it? Unless you have some sort of documentation, you're not going to be able to prove that. Because
Right.
otherwise it's he said, she said.
True.
And that's hard to prove.
Yes. You're right. You're right. You're right. See, this is why I have like people smarter than me around.
Then why do you have me around?
Let's see. Okay, so this was posted in an anonymous Facebook group. Let me download this real quick. Put it into there.
That, by the way, there's no such thing.
What? What's
Facebook
that?
Groups are not anonymous nor private. It's
No,
Facebook.
no. Yeah, it's Facebook. Nothing's anonymous on Facebook. Let me see, what is this called? What am I going to call this thing? It is list. All right, so there we go. I'll pull it up here in a little bit. So on the witness list, I'm just looking at it. 124 at 10 a.m. Lisa Weeks, aka Lisa Lee, aka Lisa Ratpuzzi, aka Lisa Lee Ratpuzzi, aka Lisa Ratpuzzi Weeks.
That's a lot of names.
And yeah, because she's, you can't stick with one name. Well, especially whenever you're going to sit there and lie about who you are, you just tend to throw all those names in there. It's like you keep telling people you're this and that. So also known as, okay, so what do we got here? And then on the 28th would be Marla. On the 31st is going to be Russell Meeks. On 2/6 is going to be Stephen Rhett Cunningham. On the 13th of February is going to be Robert J. something. I think it's Tzatziki sauce, I guess. And then 2/14 is going to be Amanda Martin. These are all day things. Like, 10 a.m. That's an all day thing.
Yeah.
Because you're going in at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd be finishing up at like 6 because you have about a half an hour lunch break. Sometimes they'll do an hour and then 2 15-minute breaks in between. Because they're trying to get through this thing.
Yeah.
And I think those are set up where you've got a certain amount of time for the deposer, whoever's giving the deposition, to ask all their questions. And then there's another 15 minutes, an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
For them to re-examine after cross, after the other side.
Well, they got to have
with
cross.
them.
Yeah.
Right. After cross. And usually during cross, they're just asking simple questions, like clarifying shit.
Right.
They're not, they shouldn't be taking a whole lot of time because they already have all of the answers.
Right.
But they may be clearing up, something in the deposition. I've seen depositions that don't go for 7 hours because if you're just trying to ask questions, unless you got someone be difficult, they go by pretty quick.
Yeah, because it's not the same thing as having somebody on the stand.
No.
It's not the hearing.
I can't wait for the. Oh God! Yeah.
Wow,
Tyler, $20 super chat saying, "I can't wait. I can't wait for the lead yeast and infections depot." That's so awesome.
Is that Latin?
You got that is totally Latin.
Jeez.
Oh God, guys are so bad. Despite knowledge, Hales maintains valid and enforceable contracts despite knowledge of the customer's contractual business relationships with Preston. Preston intentionally, without valid justification, interferes with such relationship. Hales is damaged by Preston's unlawful conduct by losing revenue streams and otherwise would remain with Hales absent Preston's interference with Hales' valid contractual relationships. Now, what were you saying the other day? And you were being very specific about this. You said you have to understand that they don't have to show evidence during deposition.
No, they don't.
But then the judge would have not found this to be true, right? If that was the case, the judge would have said, well, there's no reason. He says, we're going to deny it with counts of 5 and 6, the tortious interference with relationships. The parties are further advised the court is drafting a separate order that will deny the motion for summary judgment. Oh, those are the summary judgments that Bruce wanted. Thus, the case against defendants Preston Cook will be moving forward on the complaints of the defamations claim, which is Preston 1, Cook 2, and the tortious interference claims, which is Preston 5 and Cook 6. That's exactly what the judge said. So the judge believes that there's enough that was presented in this deposition so far to agree to it. To agree that it's going to move forward.
Yeah.
No change of date. So if as much as Bruce thinks he got a big win out of this, he didn't. He didn't get a big win. Got a big L. Or, well, maybe 2 big L's.
Well, I have a feeling in regards to the other stuff that there's going to be more coming.
Where at? On his face? Or
no, well, that's only in your situation. You should be used to that by now. That's why he has a beard.
Oh man, I gotta keep it all clean. It keeps it all nice and smooth.
Hey! I've told you, shower at least once a day. At least once.
Yeah,
a day.
Barry says yes. 2 huge L's. Gang 1, gang 2. Oh, well, shizzy, you got to win to himself for now. Yeah, no, I wouldn't count them as real wins. I mean, seriously, you're going to count those as wins? You know, here's what a win is for Bubbles. That Jeremy loses. That's a win for him.
Yeah, that's the only win.
That's the only win that matters. All the other stuff doesn't matter. The rest of it's just fodder. Like I think people tend to forget this.
Well, I mean, he did get a win in the sense that he didn't get added to the lawsuit.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So he did get a win in that sense.
He got a break. Do you think that Jeremy isn't going to add him in the Cankles after this?
That's what I mean. But there's more coming.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's more coming. So looking forward to all the depots. Oh God, yes, and the rereading of the questions by Bubbles on everyone. We know Jeremy Hale's lawyer will be to the point and quick. Bubbles will do his usual babbling like a brook. Yeah.
Well, you're going to have to, with all these depositions coming up, you're going to have to do some throat exercises or something. You're going to be busy.
I think I did figure out how I'm going to do the Cankle twins voice though. First of all, I'm going to start smoking. I'm going to eat extra amounts of grease and fatty substances, and then I'm going to stuff a couple of fish hooks into my mouth and tie them off on my ears, and so that way I'll have a smoker's cough, and I'll have that beef fat sound.
I'm picturing the visual on that one.
Jeez, man, that would be so crazy. Or maybe just talk through a ball gag. That might work. I hear they're into that kind of
There
thing.
you go. You could do that.
I don't know if it's true. Is you going to be a cankle? I don't know. I don't know if I'm tall enough for that. I mean, you have to be well rounded to be a cankle, right? Oh my God. So I pulled this thing up and it was just like, because everybody's talking about how they never ran a fundraiser ever. They're not running a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there was no fundraiser ever being run on this at all. Really?
What?
Well, this one is pretty funny.
If you see an empowering post from a woman fighting cancer and asking for help, you would probably have the urge to make a donation, or at the very least share the post to help, right? Well,
Oh, doesn't this sound familiar?
This guy German. What the hell?
What?
Says this guy German? What the hell is this?
Hey, probably is.
this is what the friends of
Does
Jessica
he know Baker?
did.
He
Because
could.
of her chemo treatment photos, people were quick to donate money. Her friends came up with a campaign called Fight Like a Jessica and set up a GoFundMe account where she got over $10,000. Jessica posted updates to thank donors. She was even invited by the media.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting how that works. It's like invited on, came in, talked all about how horrible it was for her. Yeah, you remember
Well,
this
yeah.
case.
You're
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
collect money. You want publicity to be able to bring in more money.
Yes.
I mean, how else are you going to get people to donate if they don't know about it?
Well, you could tear at their heartstrings a little bit more.
To share her inspiring story.
I actually have some like chemo burns right now.
Until her own friends realized there was something off about her story.
She was very vague about her diagnosis and treatment and really suggested
What? You mean very vague about diagnosis and about the treatment? I wonder if she showed any documents.
photos, like a selfie on the bathroom floor, about to give up on life, but also please donate to my GoFundMe.
But Jessica was
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I don't know.
even more confident to say,
Here is my fitness for duty.
I just
Here's my what?
somebody just said something that
What?
said might work. Ping pong balls in your mouth.
Ooh, cotton balls.
Cotton balls. Yeah.
Yeah, marbles. Marbles.
Marbles. Oh, like a mouthful of marbles.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, that'd be so painful. Your teeth would get cracked. Oh,
Hey, you better start practicing.
better start practicing with the marbles in my mouth. I just don't have the smoker's cough though. Here's my fitness for duty form. So like see, and this is the biggest thing that a lot of these scams will pull on you.
Fitness for duty form with the word cancer on it.
People have tried to say I'm
Can't read that.
Yeah, haven't we seen that kind of thing before?
You
Where
mean,
it's just like, look, I've got it right here.
documentation. Yes.
Yeah, documentation.
Uh-huh.
5 hamburgers in my mouth. Oh, I think I could just like be stuffing like some smash burgers or something like that. Just
We got Jenny the beef fat. It's okay. I could got some pulled pork sitting over there.
scamming people. If anyone straight up came up to me and was like, I think you're faking this, I literally would say, okay, you're coming to chemo with me.
little did
Okay.
okay.
Jessica know her own husband would turn her into authorities.
Oh!
She made
Oops.
people believe that she had a very serious cancer diagnosis. The fact is, she didn't have cancer.
Turns out, this wasn't a chemo treatment session, but iron infusion for anemia.
Interesting.
Interesting, huh? Oh,
What is worse than a person faking cancer to get money? Well, a parent who fakes their child's cancer to get money. Sandy Nguyen made her 6-year-old son believe he was dying of childborne cancer and leukemia. They told his school what the child had to go through. Over 300 days of chemo treatments, 7 days of radiation, multiple blood and platelet transfusions, and several lab tests held monthly. On top of all of this, they said that the boy only had 8 months left to live. Imagine.
That's disgusting.
yeah. Yeah. No, I'm using this as to point to people how easy that people are duped, and just the amount of money that's being raised for these kinds of things. How easy it is to tear at those heartstrings.
A 6-year-old boy actually going through all of these lies, scamming people, all because his mother told him so. Teachers, parents, and students at school were generous enough to raise funds for his medical expenses. One woman even organized a run for a cause. They were able to raise over $25,000.
Interesting, huh?
That's it.
$25,000?
I mean,
But where'd the rest of the money go?
how much money did they raise in total?
Yeah.
That's the question. It's like he's talking, you know, putting up the figure of 25,000, but it's like, well, how much did you raise in total? Is it really worth it? Putting all that effort into a scam?
For some people, they think that it is. Small town for walk. Yeah.
Jeez.
Had cancer twice, never done a GoFundMe. No, I mean, but I understand there are people that are in dire situations where, you know, it can break them. I mean, I don't joke. I'm not telling you how you should donate your money. I would just say that suss these things out before you donate.
It's kind of like this. Verify before you do it, but once you do it, go on.
Yep.
You know, it's like, okay, I've made the decision to do this, and you go on.
Yep.
Don't get mad about it, because you've already made the decision to donate the money.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. That was your decision. You would have made that decision, and
right.
Don't look back.
Right.
Only to find out it was all the mother's big lie. Police even said they used $16,000 of the funds for a trip to Disneyland. Unbelievable. And the next story is even bigger. In 2017, a heartwarming story of a drug addict turned homeless man helping a stranded woman captivated the hearts of many.
I was driving down.
Yes, this is the one we talked about. You don't remember this one?
No, I don't remember this one.
Oh, this one. This is the one where now they're using stock images. These aren't the images from it. There was a girl back, what was it, 2005, something like that. And supposedly she ran out of gas. There was a homeless guy that went and used his last bit of money and bought her some gas, brought it back to her car, filled her car up. She ran a GoFundMe to raise money for a homeless veteran.
Yeah.
And the money went to getting him a home, which ended up being on their property. It was a mobile or a trailer on their property. They handled all the money, and then the guy kept asking for the rest of his money, and turned him in on the scam.
Oh,
He spent I think 4 years in jail. All the money was returned to all the donators from GoFundMe.
right.
The husband and wife, they have recordings, or his boyfriend girlfriend, they have recordings of them absolutely losing their shit on one another, because
Jeez.
you know they were buying new BMWs with the money, all kinds of stuff. Like, I mean, they were in debt whenever they started. Yeah, this
You using a homeless dude to raise money. Jeez.
yeah. I covered this one on one of my streams not too long ago.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
95 and ran out of gas. So I pulled over on
her
the
right
side
here.
of the road.
Johnny Bobbitt offered Kate
Yeah. Yeah, Bobbitt offered. Johnny Bobbitt is the one that ended up going to jail. And
You know,
Kate,
nothing good comes from someone with the last name Bobbitt.
well, you know, I mean, I guess something good could come out of it, but you know, you don't want to be on the receiving end of it.
Name one. Name one.
Well, I mean, he did make
Oh,
some
wait.
money doing porn. I guess.
His redemption arc. He got
Yeah.
it rebuilt with
Claire,
the
his
porn.
last-
Yeah. His last $20 to buy gas.
$20 to buy gas.
She needed the help. She took the help.
Kate and her boyfriend Mark were so moved by Johnny's generosity that they went back to help him.
We were thinking, what if we started a GoFundMe for this guy just to get him, you know, to get him off of the streets even for a weekend.
Paying it forward. The couple did set up GoFundMe to raise $10,000, but
Okay, they raised hundreds of thousands.
Seriously.
They canceled the RICO until they all get charged again. Well, that's a possibility. That could happen. That, you know, there is. It would not be a. It wouldn't be considered a. I mean, that's completely something different. I mean, but thank you so much for the super chat. That's a totally different case. Totally different case. Right there. That's for you.
It's getting so
Appreciate
shiny.
you. I know. It's going to be all sparkly. It's going to be all sparkly.
You bringing that to Dollywood?
Guess what?
I'll probably bring it to Dollywood, but this thing is so uncomfortable to wear.
Oh, wait, you're not coming. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I am.
You are?
Yes. Yes.
You found out? You made it official?
Yes. Yes. Making it official. I am
Sweet.
making it official.
Let's hope you don't get a flat tire.
Well, and I told you I was going to talk with the wife, and she was talking with her mother today because she said I hadn't received the save the date. They said, and she said, "Oh no, that's going to be in July." I was like, "Sweet!" It's like,
Oh,
everybody,
nice.
yeah. It's going to be in July. The wedding's going to be in July, but I'll be in Dollywood for June. Yeah,
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, yes,
That whole 20-minute trip's going to be worth it, Chizzy.
It will be. All 15 minutes of it.
The whole 20-minute trip.
I'm looking
Well,
forward.
I mean, you have to stop for gas. It'll be 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'll have to stop for gas.
This amazing selfless act went viral, and it quickly reached over $400,000. But
See, now that's more like it. If you're going to run a scam, make some real money.
Yeah. $500,000.
Make it worth it.
Close to $500,000.
I've always said, if you're going to grift money or steal money, do enough to where you can, leave the country and never come back.
Yeah.
That should be your goal.
They didn't.
A few months later, after this story won people's hearts, the police found out it was all a big scam. This is fake. This is fake, and they are all fake.
The entire campaign was predicated on a lie.
Investigation started when Johnny told authorities he never got the 400 grand and that the couple had been spending the money on shopping sprees and expensive trips. It gets even crazier because in 2019, Johnny himself was found guilty of being a part of it. It was all a coordinated scam.
Yeah, you get jail time for doing these kinds of scams.
He didn't get his cut, so he turned him in, and then he still went to jail.
Uh-huh. Oh no, because it was scamming people out of their money. That's what I'm saying is you know, if the Cankles, which I'm not saying that they are, because I don't know the situation.
I don't know anything about it.
But if they're running one, and Lynette starts asking for all of that money, and she gets mad enough that they're not giving it to her, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, I mean, look at that situation. You know, dude turned on him.
Yeah,
ratted him out.
He has a foot fetish. No, where in the hell did that come from? I have no idea what you're talking about.
He does.
No, I don't.
Every day we see fundraisers on the internet because there are millions of people who genuinely need help. And that's why it is so important for bigger causes to be verified. Truth is, majority of people who ask for help truly need help. So please, don't let scammers make you lose faith in humanity.
Well, yeah, but suss the things out. Always suss these things out.
Ask questions, because you know what? If something's legitimate, they don't mind answering questions.
No, they're just like, absolutely. You know, they'll show the receipts. They'll say, "Hey, this is where everything's going." I mean, that's why it's Jesus.
But
let me. I was looking for something before I started, and I can't seem to find it. I'll have to go and do some more searching for it. I wanted to show that one in North Carolina. You haven't. Were you on here when I showed that one?
Which one?
The one that was going on in North Carolina. The guy actually said, "Stop funding this charity."
Yes, I remember that dude.
What the hell was that guy's name?
Oh, I can't even think of it.
Because I wanted to show people that one again, because it is. Was it Tennessee?
No, it's North Carolina.
I know, because I remember the guy, and I was. This guy just like pointed everything out that they were doing. And it was like, holy crap. This one particular guy, and damn it, I really wanted people to see that, because it ties in so much to these kinds of things. It was just like, wow. Hurricane. I want to say it was a hurricane relief.
What was that guy? Because he was doing work in North Carolina and in Tennessee, but the particular one that you showed was when he was in North Carolina saying, "Please don't fund these. This is a scam."
Yeah, and he didn't realize it, and he was promoting them.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, holy crap, and he was just like, I've got to say something about it. And I can't find the guy's name. I can't remember who he was. I could probably go back and see one of my old ones that I did. But yeah, dude, it was insane. But you were here for that?
I heard it. Like I I may not have been on with you, but I remember you playing it.
God, what was that guy's name? For scammers, Lane. It was. Oh man, if I could just remember that guy's name, because he does this thing all the time. I mean, he like has whole crews that go out.
Yeah.
And it's a well-known crew. That's the thing about it. It's like this well-known crew that goes out, and he like organizes it. He has what they call little pods. And so what they do is they get the donations, and then say, for example, one place gets a whole bunch of generators. Well, they'll start shipping them off to all the different little locations, so it's easier for people to get to them.
Yeah, it's like if one has too many generators and another one has too many, building supplies or something, then they'll trade off in order to be able to equal everything out. So everybody in that area gets what they need.
God, I'll just have to go back and pull that particular.
Yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts now. Thanks, Shizzy.
Yeah, you're welcome. I drive myself nuts. When did I do that particular one? It was. Damn it. Let me see. I'll just go in here and I can pull it up by a list. I hate looking at the whole thumbnail thing because it was before Christmas. It was before Christmas, and I was just like, holy crap, this particular thing, I had no idea that it was that this particular one was running one of these.
Yeah.
Was receipts. No, that was, geez, I do a lot of streams, you know that?
Yeah, only like twice, 3 times a day.
Sometimes 3 times a day.
On average.
I mean, what? Friday I did 3 streams in one day.
You did.
What was going on? Someone get his attention. What? Look at the chat.
Why? What am I looking at?
No, it's not in my watch history. I clear out my watch history all the time. And it was like
just like he clears his search history.
Yeah. No, clear that stuff out. I clear that stuff out. I'm looking to see when it was, because it would have been a is that one?
It was not Roseman Ranch.
No, it wasn't. Roseman Ranch is not a grift or a scam at all. They're pretty damn solid. And it would have been, is this it right here? Let me see. I'll see if that's the one. Was it before Thanksgiving? I can't remember. Might have been before.
Yeah, I think it was.
Or was it right after?
It was like a week or two. No, because it was like a week or two after the hurricane hit. It wasn't that
long. When did the hurricane hit?
September.
Let me go and look at it. This may be the one. Let me see. Is it here? Here. Nope, that's just a pleading, I believe. Nope, that's definitely not it. That was just a letter that Yamaha read. That's awesome. This shows you that I'm not with it. So September. Oh, that's November. I need to go back further. Good Lord. How many streams do I do? Lord Almighty. September. But it would, I don't know that the stream was in September, because it was a little bit later on. It was after that we had come back. Let me see. Go back one more. Previous page. Derailed. What was it? Mother. Oh, was it? No. Could have been that one. Man, I do so many streams. I had no idea. Oh, well, I'll figure it out.
I was like, you're going to drive yourself nuts going back through all those. You got too much
material.
I
know. I'm always doing these things. Why do I do these things? Yeah, I don't have it.
I think it's because you don't love the chat enough.
I love the chat.
Why do you spend so much time away from the chat, Sugar?
Rosemary's Ranch? No, it was not. No. What? Yeah, I think you're right.
Something about that sounds familiar.
It's not Roseman. It's like Rosemary's something. Like Rosemary. Is that right? I think it's Rose.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Marie Ranch scam. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Copy. Yeah, it was, like I said, I don't think it was Roseman. I think you're right, Monica. You're right. Right. I think that sounds familiar. Ace Rosemary Ranch scam. That was 4 years ago. So that couldn't have been it. Oh, I had no idea. That was so awful. There was this one thing that I covered where this chick like did, some little funky stuff on a beach with a toy.
Oh yes, I know that story.
And then she passed away by self-infliction.
Yes.
This is the best way of putting it. And I had no idea. And I think MG was sitting there going, dude, stop. And I wasn't paying any attention to chat. And yeah, it was interesting. I got myself in like all kinds of, like, I had to stop like in the middle of the stream because I was like, oh man. He's like, yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Candace Harder Farm. No, Rosemary. Maybe it's Rose. Maybe it is Rosemary. Mary Ranch. Because it was so crazy. This guy came on and was just like, yeah, you don't want to do anything with this lady. She's bad shape. Hurricane Helene, yeah, North Carolina. That's absolutely right. Camp Rosebud. Yeah, that's
right. It.
Camp Rosebud. Yeah, that might be that it was Camp Rosebud. I think. I want to see if this is the right one.
That's it. Camp Rosebuds.
Yep. It was. No, that's not. Yeah, I want to see if I can find the right guy that was doing it because it was so much. Let me double check. I'm just making sure. Is that it?
The guy's name was John Ward.
John Ward?
Yes.
H. Ward. See, this is why comes really helpful. Yeah. John Ward.
Camp Rosebud and John Ward.
And what's his channel? Let's see.
I don't know. I just happened to find a social media post about it.
John Ward. Appalachian channel with John Ward. That's right.
That's it.
And let me see if we've got the Camp Rosebud. I'll do it. Search Camp Rosebud. Camp Rosebud. Rosebud. Now I have a free place to camp. Yep. So he was there, and then he was just like, yeah, stop on this one. Every volunteers have a free place to camp. John Ward, that was 2 months ago. Let me see if this is right. That's not it. From update how she's doing it. I think he might have pulled it.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was just like, yeah, that's what it was. I think he pulled it. I think he pulled that video. Damn.
Yeah.
Rosalie Ward. No, it wasn't Rose. I don't think it was Rosalie Ward.
No.
No, it was pretty bad. Joan Ward, Camp Rosebud. Let me do that search and see if I can find it, because it was so bad that he was just like, I can't believe that this lady like tried to scam this thing, people out of money. It was so just heartwarming. Like why would anybody do such a thing? Yeah, he's pulled that video down. Okay. Well, sorry guys. Sorry about that one. That would have been a really damn good.
At least we
one.
figured it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna write that down, see if I can't go through and find that particular one, because the similarities were very, very bad. I mean, like really close. Like they ran a rescue for animals, and just like all the similarities were so much. Camp Rosewood, John Ward. But yeah, it turned out that it was a mess. Your stream from 12/12/2024. Is that what it was? Cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, I knew it was a while after.
Yeah.
24. Cool. Thank you, Rosalie Toro. I wonder what actually happened with her. It'd be interesting to find out. But so there we have it. There and sorry, I wasn't trying to take up chat's time there with dead air. That I'm really was looking for that one. That was another thing I was looking for earlier. I just got tied up with a whole bunch of stuff with the lovely wife and everything. So it goes. What do we have? So Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Sunday. Yeah, which is tomorrow. We will be doing a Peter Pan. Be reading Peter Pan, of course.
We will once again be taking a classic work of fiction and completely destroying it.
Yes. So if you
it's
guys,
a lot of fun.
If you guys have seen, if you've seen Yamaha Biker, Dictionary Diva, this guy right here, Ballstorm, if you've seen us all do things, come by on Sunday. If you're not able to catch the live, because if I'm not mistaken, I do my live at the same time that Jeremy does his, and I know that I've got a lot of Jeremy's fans in here. I know I do it at the same time. If you miss it, go back and do the rewatch. You will have a laugh. If you come for the live, though, you get to laugh along with the rest of the chat, which is even more fun.
So fun.
Because Yamaha comes back, he goes, I have to go back and see what the chat was saying, because we don't read the chat while we're doing it. We try to keep like the story flow going really good. Every so often we come back and I'll pull up the chat, because I don't read the whole time. That's why all the guests read, and so it gets interesting, it gets spicy.
That it does.
The plan is to see how fast we can break each other. That always ends up being the plan.
Well, it's so funny now to go back and take these, like A Christmas Carol or any old work of fiction, and you start reading it with the way that we think, and it's like, oh my God, this is some of the dirtiest writing I've ever seen in my life, and people consider this a treasured classic.
Yeah. They're just like, what, how could you destroy this? How can you destroy? so bad. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody over. Go give MG a little bit of love. He's doing a spicy Saturday night bash, and there will be lots of spinning of the wheel from what I can gather. Show him some love. Show him some love, everyone. See you soon. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, you thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me nut, call me the goat. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Caught up in my glow while you stay unseen. Your shade's like a breeze, it's barely a draft. Meanwhile, I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. King of your thoughts, I'm making you proud. Pop a nut, shizzy daddy, headline act. Your background noise, and that's just a fact. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate watch my stream like it's Oscar night, but guess what, kiddos? I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy. Send in your bread. I'm still rent-free in your effing head. Pop a nut, shizzy daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you can't complain. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry, did I break your streak? You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there with your plastic clout, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're relevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids while I count how much I make. I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm reading your brain and you don't know how. Pop a nut, shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm the constellation, you're a burned out star. Embrace your role, cause I'm the main character. You're just an old ragged ass, burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to pop a nut, your mental pain. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow's agenda will see me tomorrow. Same obsession, same effing thing.
Stay warm, everybody.